Welcome to today's class. My name is Allison, and I'm going to be guiding you through this Root Chakra Healing practice. As we get comfortable in a seated position on our mat, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the root chakra, or the Muladhara in Sanskrit. It starts at the base of our spine near our coccygeal plexus. It is associated with survival, self-preservation, grounding, prosperity, and trust. This chakra can become blocked from physical and emotional trauma, societal expectations, or any type of trauma you may experience in your life can block a chakra. This chakra has to do with our physical identity. It allows us to feel fear. Its element is the earth. One of the rights of the root chakra is the right to be here. When the energy is flowing through this chakra, we feel like we can take up space. We feel confident and grounded in who we are. So today we're going to work on unblocking this chakra and allowing us to be exactly who we're meant to be. We're going to begin class with our hands clasping our knees and moving our body in a clockwise position, moving through the spine. We're going to do some body rolls here. On the inhale, you're going to come forward, and on the exhale, you're going to go backward, moving through the vertebra, moving through the body. Go ahead and switch directions now here, coming forward and then exhaling, going backward, allowing your body to move freely with the breath, connecting the body and the breath. We're going to move now into some seated cat-cow. So on the inhale, press into the knees, bring the chest forward, and on the exhale, create a cat-like pose seated. Again, inhale, come forward, open the chest, throw the neck back, and on the exhale, sink the belly button to the spine. Excellent. Let's find a neutral spine. Inhale the hands up towards the sky, and exhale, plant them on the ground, coming into all fours position. From here, feel grounded in the palms and sink your hips back into Balasana, child's pose. One of the first poses we're going to do today that really stimulates the energy in the root chakra, Muladhara. Feel grounded and safe as your body collapses on top of your thighs. Let's get some movement in. So on the inhale, come forward, round through the spine, dip the chest, and then exhale, come back into child's pose. Once more, link movement with breath. Inhale, come forward, shoulders come over the wrists, drop the belly, exhale, the hips go back. Inhale, move through the spine like a wave, shoulders over the wrists, drop the belly, exhale, child's pose. Go ahead and move at your own pace here, moving through the spine, coming forward into a cow position, and then exhaling as you come back into child's pose. Once you're back in child's pose, I want you to crawl your fingertips a little bit further in front to the front of the mat, coming into a quick puppy pose. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, crawl your body forward until the shoulders come above the elbows and your pelvis comes towards the ground. Lift your chest towards the sky and find Sphinx pose. Roll the shoulders back. Release tension in the neck. Feel grounded through the tops of the feet. And allow your hands to gently pull back as you pull your chest further towards the sky. On your next exhale, release your forehead towards the ground. Move the hands back beneath the shoulders. Inhale, come up and find cobra pose. Moving through the spine, we're going to go into some cobra rolls here. Inhale, you're going to press into the ground, come up, find cobra, throw the head back. Exhale, release down towards the ground. Make this fluid, make this easy on the body, warming up the spine. On your next exhale, press into the hands, send the hips back, and let's find our downward facing dog. Another great pose for the Muladhara, root chakra. In downward dog, it allows us to form a straight line of energy through our chakra system as it's a light inversion, starting with the root chakra pointing up towards the sky. While in this pose, you can walk out the dog, swing your hips, whatever feels good, releasing the chest further towards the ground. On your next inhale, move the weight into the left hand and reach across your body until you grab onto the left ankle with your right palm. Twisting your body towards the left, try to look under your shoulder. Excellent. Go ahead and release the twist and let's go to the other side. Quickly find a neutral spine and then grab on to the right ankle with your left hand, allowing your gaze to come underneath that right armpit, looking up towards the sky, gently twisting the spine. Find downward dog again, and then on the next inhale, take 2 steps towards the front of your mat, coming into Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, straight back, exhale, fold. Go ahead and grab onto either elbows, finding ragdoll pose. Allow your neck to feel heavy here. You can walk out your knees to get into the hamstrings. You can sway from side to side, opening up the side body, just warming everything up for our gentle practice today. Remember to hinge from your hips and feel heavy in the head and the arms. Go ahead and release ragdoll. Release your hands as far down to the ground as they can go. And let's just hold and breathe this Uttanasana pose. Reaching that forehead towards the ground, feeling grounded and firm in our feet. On our next inhale, let's come all the way up. Allow the hands to clasp above our heads, and exhale, bring them down towards our heart. Go ahead and hold your hands here in this Anjali Mudra as we find grounding and strength as our feet ground into the earth. From here, we're going to move into our next root chakra healing pose, mountain pose, or Tadasana. Make sure your pelvis is coming slightly forward, tailbone is tucked, active through the thighs, chin parallel to the ground, and hands on either side of you, palms shining forward. Find length and strength in this pose. This pose invigorates confidence. It allows you to be as you experience stillness. And shift your awareness to the bottom of your feet and the connection they're making with the ground. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up towards the sky in an upward salute. Exhale, move the energy back down towards the ground and find forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back, coming into a high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot back to meet the right foot, and drop the knees, the chest, and the chin towards the ground. Slide forward, and inhale into a cobra pose. Exhale, release your body towards the ground, push your hips back, push into your hands, and find downward facing dog, moving through Surya Namaskar A, sun salutation. On your next inhale, sweep the right foot towards the front of the mat, lift the head. Exhale, allow the left foot to float towards the right. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slight bend in the knees, come all the way up, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands towards the heart. Let's find Tadasana once more, the start of sun salutations. Rooted into the feet, palms shining forward, allowing energy to enter your body and flow vertically in both directions. The chakras are wheels of energy that need to be moved from all directions. Inhale the hands up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the left foot towards the back of the mat, lunge pose. Step the right foot back to meet the left foot, top of the plank. Drop your knees, chest, chin towards the ground. Slide yourself forward. Root through the tops of the feet. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, release the body back down. Press into the hands, the knees. Send the hips back, downward facing dog. Take an inhale and exhale. Inhale, float the left foot towards the front of the mat between the hands. High lunge pose. Sweep the shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, allow the right to meet the left foot at the top of your mat. And exhale into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slight bend in the knees. Raise the energy up above your head and bring it down towards your heart. Excellent. Let's move into Sun Salutation B. Inhale, sweep the hands against the ground. Send the hips back and find chair pose. Hands can be reaching towards the sky or can be resting at your heart. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the root chakra. And then exhale, release down into our forward fold. Let's make this a little flow. Inhale, hands raise up, hips go back, chair pose. Squeeze through the root chakra. Exhale, bring it down towards the ground, forward fold. Awesome job. On the next inhale, let's send the right foot back towards the mat, the back of the mat. Sweep the hands up towards the sky, finding high crescent lunge. If this is not within your practice, drop the right knee down towards the ground and find low lunge instead. Take an inhale, grow tall. Feel strong in your feet against the ground. And on your exhale, pivot the back foot to a 45-degree angle. Lean into that left leg and open into your warrior two pose. Strong warrior here. Take an inhale, reverse the warrior, open up the side body. Exhale, float the left hand down to meet the left ankle, open into triangle pose. Remember to hinge at the hips here in triangle pose, reaching that right arm like someone is pulling you up towards the sky, lengthening through both sides of the body. On your next exhale, allow both hands to come onto the ground, scoot the back foot a little bit closer towards the front of the mat, and find pyramid pose. With your hips facing the front of the mat, spine is straight as you bend over the left leg, opening the left hamstring. If your hands cannot meet the ground, remember you can use blocks here or allow them to rest on your shin. Remember to keep the hips facing forward. Inhale, find a flat back in pyramid pose, and then plant your hands a few inches in front of that left foot and catapult your right leg towards the sky, finding a half split position. Keep your hands on the ground or try and find balance on the earth by coming into warrior three. It's okay if it's difficult right now. That just means that we're creating balance in the body. Excellent work. Allow that leg to float to meet the other leg. Inhale your hands up towards the sky. Exhale, come down into a forward fold. In this forward fold, to make it a little bit more challenging, we're going to grab on, using our peace fingers, grab onto our big toes and pull our body down towards the ground. Allow gravity to really release the upper body as far down as it can go. If you can't grab onto your back toes, maybe instead of grabbing onto your knees, you just try to go a little deeper here. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, plant the hands and send the left leg floating towards the back of the mat, opening up into high crescent lunge or low lunge if high crescent isn't in your practice. Root into the ground from the right foot and the left toes. Allow it to elevate your body up towards the sky. Stay exactly where you are. I'm just going to move to the other side of the mat so that my back is not ever towards you. Stay rooted in your feet in order to rise up towards the sky. On your next exhale, drop the back foot to a 45-degree angle and open up into a strong warrior two. On your next inhale, drop your left palm towards your left leg. Flip the right palm up towards the sky, finding reverse warrior. On your exhale, straighten out the front foot. Drop your right hand down to meet your right ankle and float your left hand up towards the sky, finding triangle pose on this side. Opening up various energetic pathways in the body through these dynamic yoga poses. Remember to stick with your breath here. Inhaling to grow longer, grow length, and exhaling to go deeper. Go ahead and drop the left hand down towards the ground to meet the right. Frame out the right foot and hop the left foot a little bit closer towards the right, finding pyramid pose. Inhale to a flat back and exhale, fold over the right leg, getting deep into that right hamstring. A very common place for us to hold tension is in our hamstrings. They are connected to our feet and run up the back of our legs and help us stay attached, our upper body and our lower body. So they're very important muscles in our dynamic chakra system. Go ahead now and walk your hands a few inches in front of your right foot. Take a bend in the right knee and catapult that left leg up towards the sky, finding a standing split position. If you can find the balance in that right foot, try and float your palms off the mat and find prayer hands at your chest, keeping that left leg strong in warrior three. If you feel stable, send your hands shooting back behind you. Take a long breath in and out. And then come all the way up. Allow your left foot to meet your right. Reach your hands up towards the sky and exhale. Bring them down towards your heart. Excellent work. Stability is tough and you will get there. As you could see, I was wobbling too. Inhale your hands all the way up. Exhale, come to forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, send the right foot shooting behind you. Open the chest towards the sky. Send the left foot back to meet the right, top of your plank. Knees, chest, chin towards the ground. 3 points of contact with the earth. Slide yourself forward and inhale up into a gentle cobra. Exhale, release it down. Press into your hands, curl the toes. Send the hips back, downward dog. Amazing work. Our final downward dog of the day. Take a breath. And on the next inhale, step forward with the right foot between the hands. And we're just going to now walk our hands towards our midline, pivoting the feet as we move so that our ankles are slightly out and our toes are slightly pointed in, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, draw the energy upward through the body until the hands meet atop our head. Exhale them down towards our heart. Bend into the right knee, keeping both feet firmly on the mat. Drop the left hand towards the mat and lift the right arm up towards the sky into a gentle twist. Let's move on to the other side. Inhale and exhale, drop the right hand down as we bend into the left knee. Open the left arm towards the sky. Let's move back onto the other side, moving through the energy of our body. Bend in the right knee, drop the left hand down towards the ground. Right arm reaches towards the sky. Once again, move through the center, moving into now the right knee, left hand on the mat, right hand reaching towards the sky into a twist. Excellent. Let's come back through center, gather all of the energy up above our head, slight back bend. Exhale, bring it down towards our heart. Go ahead and take a fist, clasp your hands behind your back, open your chest, and release it down into our wide-legged forward fold, opening the shoulders, getting into those hamstrings once more. Allowing so many points of energy to be opened in our body as we relax the neck. Try to bring those hands towards the ground. Allow them to connect with the energy of the ground, encouraging the body to release even further. Inhale, come all the way back up. Open the chest with the hands clasped. And exhale, release the clasp. Go ahead and pivot towards the front of the mat. Drop the hands towards the ground. Step that foot back, top of your plank. Knees, chest, chin. Slide yourself forward one more time. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release it down. And press into downward facing dog. This is the final dog of our practice, so allow it to feel good. From here, we're going to hop towards the front of our mat into Malasana, our yogi squat. If you have never done Malasana before, it's a really powerful pose for our root chakra. And how to perform it is that your ankles are going to be slightly inward, just on the edge of the mat. The toes are pointed outward, outside of the mat, and you're gonna sink deep into the hips, sending the pelvic bone towards the mat, tailbone facing down, spine straight. Now, if your hips are too tight for this, just come down into Malasana as far as you can go, but don't push yourself too hard here. If it's way too much, just find butterfly pose on your mat and allow the opening to happen seated. If you're in Malasana with me, squeeze the glutes, come all the way up towards the sky, allow the palms to release, and exhale, bring them back down to Anjali Mudra, Malasana. Let's do that again. Inhale, squeeze the glutes, root into the feet, come all the way up towards the sky, release the hands to either side of your body, and exhale, come back down towards Malasana. Excellent work. Amazing healing benefits of this pose. Let's come out of it by dropping our glutes towards the ground with control. We're going to find Dandasana, staff pose. So however you'd like to get there, if you're in butterfly pose, just send your feet straight out in front of you. Remember to engage your core to have a straight spine in this pose, no curving of the spine. Flex your feet and inhale your hands up towards the sky. Exhale, fold over the legs in a seated fold. Grab onto your ankles, grab onto your outside of your feet, your shins, your knees, and just fold over your legs gently. As the earth holds your legs so that you can perform this beneficial pose. Breathe into the areas of tension. Take an inhale and come all the way back up. You're going to release your hands behind you, fingertips facing the front of your mat, bend in the elbows, point your toes, and on your exhale, squeeze your glutes and come up into a reverse plank, opening the chest towards the sky, throw the head back. And then gently with control, release your body back down to earth. Go ahead and point your knees now up towards the sky, feet planted on the ground. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, release your body vertebra by vertebra onto the earth. We're going to find bridge pose here. So I'm going to show you all of the variations that you can take. This is an extremely beneficial pose for our root chakra. So first, allow your feet to be about hip width apart, ankles underneath your knees, straight spine, straight neck. On your inhale, squeeze your glutes and lift your hips towards the sky. Exhale, release it with control back down to earth. That's version 1. Remember not to crunch your neck. Keep it long and straight. Version 2 is to root into the feet, float the hips towards the sky, and wiggle the shoulders underneath so that you can find a clasp just underneath your glutes here. Opening the chest, opening the root chakra, feeling strong through the glutes and the feet. And then you can hold that version of bridge. To come out of it, just release the clasp, untuck the shoulders, and release it back down towards the ground. The third variation you can take here is, again, inhale, come up into bridge pose, tuck your shoulders, find the clasp, and then come up on your tippy toes. little bit more challenging here, so experiment with these 3 variations. Now, if you want to make it really challenging, you can find wheel pose or full bridge with me by reaching your hands behind your body, allowing your fingertips to be pointed towards the front of the mat. Root into your hands firmly and your feet, and lift your chest towards the sky, finding a full wheel pose, opening the chest and shoulders. Wherever you are in these bridge variations is exactly where you're meant to be. If you're in wheel with me, gently release the body back down towards the ground, being careful with the head. Make sure you're not putting your head on the ground harshly. And then one more time, let's come up into a full wheel or into whatever bridge pose feels good for you. Really squeezing the glutes, feeling strong through the feet, and getting all the benefits from these poses. Go ahead and release everything back down towards the ground, and let's just counterpose that intense back bend by bringing our knees towards our forehead and creating a tiny little ball, rocking from side to side, allowing the spine to neutralize and come back to its regular position. You can move your knees in a circular motion, clockwise and then counterclockwise, releasing any more tension you might be holding in this area of the body. Give your knees a final squeeze, and then reach the bottoms of your feet towards the sky. Open your knees and grab onto the outside of your feet, coming into a happy baby pose. Make sure your spine is straight here along the mat. Tailbone is not off the mat here, it's still resting on the ground. And just allow all the energy we cultivated here in this chakra to radiate all through you, around you, healing you and reminding you that you are meant to be here. You are serving a divine purpose. Go ahead and release happy baby. And we're going to come into the final root chakra healing pose, Shavasana. You can enter Supta Baddha Konasana with me by having the bottoms of your feet together, knees opened on either side of you. Or take up space in Shavasana. Allow yourself to be comfortable, hands rested on either side of you, legs spread out wide. Take up space. You have a right to be here. Allow yourself to be. Breathe in love, peace, any emotion or thought that you need to get you through a tough time, a trauma, a situation that's out of your control. And then breathe out that need for control. Breathe out the pain, the frustration, the anger, and release it from your body, from your energy cycles, from your chakras. Feel warmth and safety as the earth holds you. The divine purpose that created this earth created you too. And just as there's so many elements of the earth that serve us, you serve the world too. When you're ready, start wiggling your fingers and toes. Reach your hands above your head. Bring your knees towards your chest and gently find your way into a comfortable seated position in the middle of your mat, on a chair, or you can just stay lying down and end practice with me that way. Once you've found your comfortable position, let's just take a few final breaths here together. Inhale your hands up towards the sky, gather all that light, positive energy you just cultivated around you, and bring it down towards your heart. One more time, expand those lungs. Inhale that life-giving oxygen and exhale. Bring this sense of purpose, strength, and comfort, safety towards your heart. You are safe. You are purposeful. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to help out my channel. Have a beautiful day.